Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Detroit Lions. With that, let's head inside the Ford Field in Detroit. We're standing by are the two men who will bring you this one, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And his arm strength is often described as out of this world, and I've seen some throws out of him that are just really off the charts. But sometimes he relied on his arm so much, his footwork got in the way, led to some inconsistency. But I've loved watching him evolve as a quarterback. He gets better and better each year.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And his first carry, he loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rivers now after the fumble recovery. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here you go, man.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Check me 90. Set, 80. Hey, cut.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Rivers. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Well, they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Rivers. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Powell on the catch. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Stafford on third down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That's a nice run by Kerryon Johnson, the rookie out of Auburn who went in the second round to the Lions. And Brandon, you have to give Lions credit. They keep trying to find that running back that can be dependable for them so they don't have to use Theo Riddick as more of a third down back as their primary ball carrier.
They're certainly hoping to find it in Johnson, the 2017 SEC Player of the Year. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. On first down at Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defense doing their job. Really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense. No gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
Holding. Offense.
Would have put him in the lead.
Still second down.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will tie us at 3-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. This is Gordon on the dump off. A good pickup there at 22.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers letting one go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll throw again. Rivers sets up the screen to Gordon. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Rivers on 1st down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Point after here coming up. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-3. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Set. 250.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Set. 180.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. James has got it, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. From the gun, here's Stafford. Trying to lay one up deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And this will be taken at the 13. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Rivers now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. That's taken on the 25. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Lions will take over. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing is Stafford. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be, because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, though.
Yeah. There's always a receiver in the area.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. 1 quarter in the books. 10-3 the score. We're back to the Motor City after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Here's Rivers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's third down.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Here's Donnie Jones now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 23. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set, lady.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Caught on the right side by Jones. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Set, 250.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Johnson muscles by at the 25. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, Stafford here. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
And that'll set him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Out to the flat for Reddick. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that'll bring him back within 4. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they get him down down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end,
Still first down.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That puts a good dent into their 1st down setback. It's a pickup of 16.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Second down, Rivers. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Ready. Set 180.
From the gun, Rivers. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. Rivers now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Off the play fake here, Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Rivers gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Rivers to Benjamin, good for the Charger 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Operating from the gun. Rivers looking for the end zone. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Stafford. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now a handoff, Johnson, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, Stafford. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 20. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. He's got Allen. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Damon Harrison coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Rivers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, was it a breakdown of protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's Donnie Jones now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it at the 37. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Time for us to spotlight C.J. Anderson. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control the game by running it. have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
Yeah, as we say, yeah, that's right. As we say all the time, that sets up the passing game. I feel like a broken record with that.
Listen, we can be broken records all we want. Bottom line is, lather up that big horse and let him run.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Johnson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Monday. Set, lady.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now gears up to lead the offense on the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the interception here, Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Hey, ready. 380.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. 3rd and short yardage, Rivers. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. The Charger 1st down, Rivers hooking up with Allen.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Rivers on 1st down. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Rivers now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Set. Round 80.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Rivers now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. To the air again here, Rivers. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now the try here for the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far.
Set. 180.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
You ready? You're 20.
On second down, here's Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set. Red 80.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
You ready? Blue 60.
To the air again, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So that one will be accepted. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. "13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down.
Set. Delta.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
In the game you're watching, it's the veteran Phillip Rivers, who's up to his old tricks. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Here's Desmond King on the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Here's Donnie Jones now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 22. The shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Set, 180.
Now Johnson. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, Stafford here. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Hey, set, yellow 80! Yellow 80!
On 3rd down, Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
Full start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They go play action here on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Set, 180!
Now Stafford. Looking downfield for Joe. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Set 180! Read 80! 80 high!
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Set, round 80! 80 high!
This is Gordon as they go to him again. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Chargers on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready, set 180.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Christian Jones with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Here's Donnie Jones now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And Detroit getting set to go now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 45.
Set, 280.
Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Stafford, screen play, Johnson. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, 380.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Set 180.
From the gun, Rivers. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
380.
3rd and long for Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
It's taken to the 26. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, right at the 30. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run it now out of the gun. Avoids him at the 40. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 33 and a 1st.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield, hit you little people.
Good run there. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Theo Riddick, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, they had their chances in the 1st half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Extra point good by Prater, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown the last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for L.A. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20. From the gun, here's Stafford. Being chased out left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Credit the tackle to Brandon Mebane.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Set. Blue 60.
They go back to Riddick. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Set. Blue 60.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He hits Riddick underneath. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Sam Martin now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. Let's see if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. Spins by. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Throw left side complete. That's Henry. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
Partner, we've seen Melvin Gordon do it a variety of ways running the football. How about that last run? Had a little shake and bake to it there, didn't he?
He did.
Kind of reminded me of when he was at Wisconsin and what he did in Nebraska. His last year there, 408 yards in a single game. At that time, that was the NCAA rushing record, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then a week later, Samaje Perine broke his record with 427 yards against Kansas. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Rivers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A 1st down throw here for Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true, because they are taught, take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake here, Rivers. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Devon Kennard in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, doesn't it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Operating from the gun, Rivers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So here come the Lions now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. Out of the gun, Stafford. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Stafford on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. Jones breaking from the contact. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down at Stafford. This is Riddick on the screen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Again, it's Johnson. Dances by him, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, Stafford. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
So that'll back him up 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Now it's Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Danny Amendola from 8 yards out. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, Rivers. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Gordon on first down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here we go.
Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
No, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. On 3rd down, Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for L.A. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
From the end zone, Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford out to the flat for Riddick. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Now Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Quick slant there gets him the 1st down, 6 yards on the play.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. They go to Johnson again. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. On second down, Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves to James. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Here we go. Set, lady.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd would win it. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot, and the Lions are going to win this game. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.